cruise. Dancing on deck as the moonlight gleams. Wasting time to a wildest dreams. Newport's calling, her heart's at sea. Every sunrise feels like meant to be. From Coco Cay to Caribbean blue, every shore's got a story too. Laughter and music wherever she moves. If you see Kimmy, she's finding her groove. No deadlines, no phone, no shoes, just ocean skies and sunset views. The rhythm of life, the salt in the air. Freedom is calling, she's already there. Living her best life, what's her next move? If you see Kimmy K, find her on a cruise. Yeah, if you see Kimmy K, find her on a cruise. Find her, find her, ooh, find her on a cruise. If you see Kimmy K, yeah, she's on the move. Find her, find her, find her, find her. Freedom is calling, she's already there.
Well, hello, hello. It is 7 o'clock. Oh, there's 8 of you on here already. Well, hey, Candace. Nice to see you. Josie Ann, thank you for showing up. Oh, that's me. I'm a little bit frazzled. Hey, Candace. I just had to run downstairs really quick and get my grocery delivery order from Hungry Root because they leave it outside. Like, not outside my door. They leave it outside the apartment building. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, Terry, nice to see you. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hold on one second. Let me know if you need... sorry. I was just finishing up an email. Have any issues? And I can't type and not talk at the same time. A friend of mine is trying to figure out how to do StreamYard for her YouTube channel. So I've recorded a video. Well, hey, Petra and Josh, nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. Check your email. I was going to reach out to you by text or something or message and let you know I got another Princess offer. So if you search your email for Princess Casino, you should see it pop up. And it has to be booked by, I think it said July 7th, but it had some really good cruises on it. And actually, that's something that I wanted to share. Vicky. This is Vicky from Foodies, Travel, and Casino Life. And if you love casino and travel, definitely check out Vicky's channel. Oh, if you want to share your YouTube channel in this live, you can type hashtag cruise and nothing else. So just hashtag cruise, hit enter, and it will share your YouTube channel. Yeah, so Josie Ann saying hello. Yeah. So what channel did you go to? Did you go to my Amy Loses It channel? You know what? Because when I was on your live, for some reason I was logged in with Amy Loses It. Oh, I know what it was. It's because I was uploading a video. I made a tutorial for StreamYard on how to schedule your live and how to go live after you've scheduled it, and then how to go into YouTube and edit your live to add, more text or tags and turn on your live chat preview at the end. And oh, you went to Amy and 10. Well, hey, you got to see Amy and 10. Can you believe I actually uploaded 2 videos? So my goal is to just sit down every Friday morning and have a chat for 10 minutes before I go to work. And it doesn't have to be anything spectacular because it's just my not an ego channel. It's just my Amy kicking around and sharing her opinion with the world channel. So yeah, so I've actually released 2 videos and I got halfway decent views. Well, I guess I'm giving myself balloons now. Hey, why don't I give myself, what is this, confetti? Yeah, I'll give myself confetti for doing 5 videos a week this past week. Yeah, so check your email because I actually quite liked them. Actually, let me see if I can load up my media assets, because while I was just on a live with Vicky on her channel. She does a casino panel, and I was exporting my video, or not my videos, my slides, but I didn't add them. So, oh yeah, I think I can do it. But I was having lots of fun This weekend, editing a video for my Ultimate Fire link. I'm taking like a bunch of my wins or my bonuses and putting them together and doing a video. And I don't know, it was just, it was so much fun. I can't tell you like how much fun I was having reliving all of the wins because I ran $6,000 through the machine. So I had to have $6,000 worth of cumulative wins over the whole time because I actually walked away with $83 in my pocket. So yeah, so a lot of money I put through the machine. So a lot of wins I had coming and going. Um, that sounds great. Yeah, it is. If you're talking about Amy and 10, yeah, it's just kind of fun. It forces me to be creative in order to like shoot a video and do it. And I found that when I did that video, I actually didn't, I don't think I did it this Friday. I think I did it Saturday morning. And then I was able to do all of my other stuff because I was motivated enough to do it. Oh, you know what? I think it may have been Sunday. Yeah, you know what? It was Sunday because I did all my stuff together this Sunday. But I ended up putting out a room tour on the Enchanted Princess of a unique style of cabin. Now it is still like a 1B is what they call it, but on the map, it's not the normal square where the door when you walk in the room, the door is on the wall, and then you walk in and the foot of the bed is facing you. These have the bed turned sideways. So they call it like a sideways interior. And it's just the way it's laid out. It's just so much bigger. So I finally like dug up the footage and actually put that out. And you know what? It was funny because it just sat there. I put it out, I think, Saturday afternoon, and it just sat there and sat there and sat there. And I think Monday, yesterday, all of a sudden, like it got a bunch of views, which is fabulous. Because definitely that's what we want is our videos getting out there in the ether and people watching them. Let's see. If you're new around these parts, I went on a 7-night cruise on Princess for the first time in 20 plus years, and I decided I wanted to get in the casino program. Now on Princess, they have a flyer when you go into the casino sitting on the desk that tells you the points needed to get any rewards out of the casino. And on my cruise, my 7-night, it was 3,000 points for an interior cabin, which would have been what we call an instant certificate on Royal Caribbean, a bounce back offer on Carnival, or on Princess, it's called a see you soon offer. And I know that so many people say, oh, well, your bounce back offers that you get are not as good as when you get an offer, a marketing offer after you sail. But I'm like, you know what? I've been trying for 4 cruises, 5 cruises now to get some kind of instant certificate. And I was down determined to get it on Princess, and I managed to do it. And I walked away with $83 in my pocket on top of my bankroll. So I didn't end up spending, I think I had $900 in cash that I was willing to lay out. And I walked away with that and I think $43 additional or $83. Yes, $83 additional. So it was pretty darn fabulous. And I ended up booking that see you soon offer because there was actually a cruise that I'd been looking at for a long time. And it's really close to home. I don't have to have airfare. I think my train round trip is under $100 to get there. And I even bought refundable tickets in case something goes wrong. So that way I'm not out of pocket, which was really great. I don't have to spend a night hotel. I just got to pay for my cat sitter. And yeah, I'm good to go. So I thought for me, it was a really good value. I did have to put down a $200 deposit. And that $200 deposit goes towards your onboard account. So you can use it for anything on the ship, including shore excursions that you book through the ship, or you can charge the casino against your onboard account for free. Remember, it is free to charge at the slot machines on a Princess cruise. So that's a pretty darn good perk. Oh, hey, Chris M. Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. And then I see DC from the Cruise Tubers. Thanks for coming in. So we're going to talk about some Princess offers that I got in my email. I thought the bounce back offer for Princess, it was, I mean, it was an free interior cabin with $100 free play. So I don't know. I don't think that's anything to sneeze at because for me, I'm a solo traveler. A lot of times I have to pay a lot more for my cabin. When I was doing Royal Casino offers, I only got free cruise fare for one plus a discounted offer for the second person. And then because I traveled solo, I actually had to pay the second person's uh, cruise fare. So I still got my cruise fare 80% off, but for Princess, I paid port fees and taxes, and then that $200 deposit that I actually get to use, but they're forcing you to put it through their system. Um, and I was like trying to figure out ways. Oh, well, if I wait till I get on board and I purchase the Wi-Fi, but then I'm like, oh, well, then it's 25% more if I do that. So I'm just gonna use it in the casino as part of my bankroll, which is great. Oh, well, hey, Lon and Glenda, nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. They were on my Princess cruise with me, and I don't think you two got a see you soon offer, did you? Did you get your 3,000 points? Because I know I saw you testing out the slot machines, but I know Lon is a craps player and not a slot player. I got to meet Chris M on Sunday. It was often him and his wife Amy are so amazing. Oh, that's funny. Funny enough, my brother had a wife named Amy, and my ex-husband's name was Eric, and my brother's name was Eric. So there was Eric and Amy and Eric in our family for at least 12, well, 12 years. I think they were married about 12 years. But yeah, it was quite confusing for a really long time. And my sister-in-law Amy took my brother's name, which is my mother's maiden name, and which is what my mother had. And when I got divorced, I was actually going to take my mother's maiden name, but I'm like, oh, well, my sister-in-law's got that because my ex-husband Eric married an Amy, and so she took his last name, and so it's like I can't win. I can't have my own name. Uh, so yeah, it was crazy. No, remember we had no idea what we're doing. Yeah, that's right. That's because you were the ones that inspired me that I do need to sit down and do a slot, like a slot 101, like go to a slot machine and just kind of walk people through the basics because they're not difficult. It's just there's so many different features and buttons and strategies. And we were talking today with Chris from Cruising on Comps, and he's like me, low and slow, right? If you're trying to get points and trying to get into the casino program, then it's low and slow. You know, maybe not bet the lowest of 50 cents or 75 cents. Maybe try like the dollar, $1.25, and then just take your time and enjoy the casino experience. And also, make sure you're playing a game that's fun. Find a game that's fun that actually will pay you back, that has good bonuses. That's for me, that's where it's at. That's what I like, is I like good bonuses. Line hits, because I don't like getting 40 cents back on a dollar. I don't like getting, 75 cents back on a dollar. I'd rather the machine keep it and then just pay me a really good size bonus. Well, hey, Jennifer, nice to see you. Jennifer's part of the YouTube After 40 group that Lon and Glenda at Trippin' Over 60 are on. Now, Lon and Glenda actually went on the YouTube After 40 cruise with me, but Jennifer did not make it. She actually came in, I think, almost a week later and took almost an identical cruise on Royal Caribbean. Let's see. I'm getting behind here. Oh my God, I can't type foodies vacations. Yeah, so Vicky's got two channels. So yeah, so well, there you go. Balloons for you, Vicky, for your $20. So yeah, so Vicky's has the foodies vacations, and then she's got the foodies travel and casino life. And she loves to bet with $20. And for me, like if I'm going for points, like it breaks my heart to like put in $20 and see it disappear and then get up and walk to another machine, because anytime I've tried that, I don't ever win on 20. Like when I'm playing a game that I know I'm going for points, it's like I know I need to get at least between like 50 and 100 spins before I start getting bonuses. And I always like to play games that are going to give really good bonuses. That's why I've really fallen in love with Ultimate Fire Link Triple Nova. And I know they've got a couple new versions out right now that they just released, and I'm super excited to see those. Now, I was watching somebody last night play the Willy Wonka game, and that was pretty like eye-catching, especially for someone of my age who really remembers the original movie because they've licensed all the stuff from the original movie and they have it in the game. And then I liked that they had, I think it was 5 different choices for the bonuses. The bonuses were paying kind of fair. They weren't anything fantastic, but one person I was watching actually hit a really good bonus of about $300. But I'm gonna release my Ultimate Fire Link probably next week. I don't think I'm gonna do it over the 4th of July holiday. I was gonna release it on Thursday, but I don't know. With the holiday, the traffic is so down on YouTube. I think I'm gonna wait till next week, and then you'll get to see. I think I've got at least two or I know that I have three, at least three in there. And you might hear a familiar voice in the background of one of the videos, but I didn't say who it was on the screen, but I know that a lot of you who watch me watch her channel, so you'll hear her in the background and watch her win more than me because we got bonuses at the same time on Ultimate Fire Link, which is pretty great. Okay, so Cruise Tubers just sent Jennifer a message. And let's see. You don't have to get up. It's just a pause to think. Oh, that's true. Um, but last time I put in, I think like for me, my ADHD, I can't keep track of what I'm doing, and I have been just putting in like, oh, $100 and playing, and then I run out and then putting in another $100. I think next time when I go in October, I'm actually going to put my entire bankroll in because I'm going to be on Princess and it's a ticketless system. I just put all my bankroll in. Oh, I'm going to have $100 free play. So I'll play that first and I'll have my $200 onboard credit. Oh, so that means I only need $700 that I need to bring with me. Well, I mean, hopefully I can win some money on the free play and see how that goes. But I think I'm just going to put it all in. So then each night when I cash out, like I can totally just keep track of what I'm doing for my total bankroll. And I was really lucky last time that I just didn't go through. I think the furthest I was down at any one point was about $500. Maybe 400. I think I had 500 in and I still had 100, and that's when I switched over to Ultimate Fire Link and just started hitting. Malibu, what are you doing? My cats have been on fire today, people. Actually, when I was on Vicky's live on Foodie's Vacation, right here on this counter where their food bowls are sitting here, I don't use, this is an island, a kitchen island that I do not use at all because I have a gigantic kitchen counter behind me that the cats do not get on, that I cook on, but I feed them up here, and one of my cats sat there the entire time and stared at me. And the minute I got off the live, she was screaming because she wanted her food. So let me go to my media assets really quick and pull up the email I got. Let me turn off the comments for a second. And Vicky says, yeah, you can put the whole bank roll in on Carnival too and just withdraw it as you need it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do because does Carnival have tickets? Princess is ticketless, so it just goes back into your onboard account. And then you just transfer it back onto the machine when you sit down. You got to do a PIN code, and then you just transfer it as you move around. Comments. There we go. Okay, let's take those off for a minute and then pull up my media assets because I was kind of excited. So I got this kind of like deconstructed, I kind of took this apart. took some screenshots and put it together. But I got this email that said from the Princess Casino, and it was like a bonus free play scratch offer. So it already gave me a free interior stateroom with taxes and required expenses not included, which are obviously gratuities, Wi-Fi if you want it, and then $25 free play. And then I scratched off the thing and it gave me $55 in free play, but their website, they just revamped it and I think it's kind of broken. I tried it on my iPad. I'll try it on my computer. But once I got the $55, I couldn't go anywhere or do anything. So I don't know how they know to give me the $55. I'm not sure. I guess maybe when I go to book it, it'll show up. But yeah, so it gave me a bunch of offers to book through July 7th of 2026. So not very long from now. And it does say select sailings through September 2027. Now, there weren't a ton of offers, but there were quite a few really good offers. So I pulled out kind of like the example. When I clicked on the link, it started at the top with this. Now, it didn't log me in, but it showed me that I had 54 offers from that email, which I think is pretty darn good. Now, when you see it says like 4-day Pacific Coastal, and then it says interior from 290, that is most likely almost all taxes and port fees, and in I think the $200 deposit. So this may be just the $200 deposit and the $90 in port fees and taxes. Yeah, because it says our pricing now includes taxes and port fees, and prices are average per person. But because I sail solo, it doesn't increase it because I'm sailing solo. So then I was just scrolling through, and some of the good things that they really offered. Look at this 22-day Panama Canal and Pacific Coast. Now it is from 1160, but that is still way cheaper than if I were to buy it on my own. And 37-day part of the world cruise segment from New York to Sydney. Could you imagine? That's pretty darn fantastic. And that was from 1248. Yeah, I mean that's exciting to me. I mean, if I had the time to do that, that would be pretty fantastic. And then a 33-day Tahiti, Hawaii, and South Pacific. So I did look at it, and it does go to like Suva, Fiji, which I have been before, Western Samoa, and then it went to I think it went to Papeete and the Moorea, but it didn't go to Bora Bora. And it looks like it does overnight in Papeete, which I don't know how I feel about that, because that's kind of like a bigger city, not really like the beauty of the Pacific. I mean, Papeete is still a really neat place. I stayed overnight there when I was going when I didn't go on a cruise. I actually flew to Bora Bora and stayed at the St. Regis there. But then they also had like a 21-day, the best of the Mediterranean. That's pretty darn fantastic for $7 from $710. I mean, because that's probably 3 cruises back to back, and just the port fees and taxes for 3 cruises, plus the $200 fee that you have to pay to get the onboard credit. What? Oh my goodness. One of these days I'm going to figure this out. So I thought those offers were pretty darn good. And like I said, I got that from a 3,000 point investment. Now, I have heard from other people who've played that they got as little as 500 points and they were still getting offers. So I would actually love to hear if anybody has gotten what's like the minimum points that they've gotten, and still gotten offers from Princess Cruises after, like the casino offers after they've gotten off the cruise. Oh, no tickets. Okay, so they're a ticketless one too. I have to say that was one of the issues I had with Virgin, because that was really like the first time I was really spending a lot of time in the casino. It was all tickets, and the purse that I had, the pocket that I was putting the tickets in, was just a smidge too small, and I was kind of destroying the tickets. Yeah, Princess website is often janky. Well, they just redid the app, and they just redid the website. Now, it's not a lot different, but I think they made some really good back end changes. I think the app on your phone functions quite a bit better, just easier and quicker to use. And I know they're working on the website, because I was able to see these casino offers on the website, and I had not previously been able to do that, because I did get a different offer that was all like transatlantic sailings. That was 12 and 13, 15-night sailings that unfortunately I don't have the time to do. And they were all just port fees and taxes, which was pretty fantastic. So I think their offers are actually pretty good compared to what I had been getting out of Royal. Now, look, I know that that at my height of Royal, I only had 400 points, and I kind of did everything that I did with Royal the wrong way. So, I went on in February, and the program ends March 31st. So that was my first problem, right? So all of those points that I earned on my February cruise kind of just evaporated. I didn't pick a good machine that was, really getting me a lot of points per dollar. I think it was about 96 cents per point that I earned, which compared to the rest of the time that I gambled on Royal, that was pretty darn good. But considering I walked away from Princess with money in my pocket, and on Virgin, I got my points for about 33 cents a point. Even though like I didn't gamble enough on Virgin to get anything out of them, I still got my points for a lot less. The offers you got sound pretty great. We will need to figure out this gig. Absolutely. Yeah, I think the offers that they sent me were pretty darn fantastic, especially like if you're retired and you've got the time, or you don't have, like, I've got animals at home, and that's really what's holding me back, because I can work from sea as long as I have good enough internet connection and can get to the programs that I need. Nothing that I use is really high bandwidth. And I can work through my VPN. And yeah, I mean, it would be great to go on board and, okay, yeah, I have to spend 8 hours of each day working, but then the rest of the time I can be out doing whatever it is I want to do. And but alas, like the kittens are very expensive to be watched. Yeah, I want to do Princess in Alaska at some point. So the YouTube After 40 cruise is May of 2027 of next year, and it is Alaska. Um, and I've been really considering doing it, but I was hoping that I would get a Princess offer. But I know that they only want us to book through them, so I don't even know if I got an offer that I'd be allowed to attend any of the events, even if I was on board. So yeah, but I did Princess in Alaska 2026, I think. And it was really nice. I had been wanting to do Holland too, though, because I know that a lot of their ships have like a covered pool. And I don't know, I've heard that they just cater so much better to Alaska than most other cruise lines. But Princess, I think, is the close running second. Yeah, Candace, right? The cost of animal care, because Kevin gets eye drops twice a day. So not only is it it's like $25 for the first cat, and then it's like a $10 medicine fee, and then, then there's an additional animal fee for each other animal, and twice a day. I think I figured out it's a little over $50 per day that I spend for the pet sitter. And then there's always the worry with the pet sitter. Like my last time when I went on the Enchanted Princess, the first night the pet sitter got into a car accident, and because like incapacitated, right, in the hospital, couldn't notify anybody that he had not been able to come and take care of the animals. Now, look, they're not going to die from one night, but cats are really, really sensitive and can't go more than 2 days without food and water. Now, they probably would have had plenty of water, but I didn't leave them extra because I assumed someone would be coming a few hours after I left. So, well, hey, Lynn, nice to see you. I still need to respond to your email. What was it I was going to tell you? Um, Darn it, I don't remember now. There was something in your email that you asked me that I was going to tell you. I'll have to look it up. Um, oh, you know what's funny is because I have two Lynn's in my email, that the two of you spell your first name the same with one N. Let's see. Oh yeah, so if you heard me talking about like the deadline, you said that the deadline to book the offers that we got was only to July 7th. So they're like really in a hurry for us to make these decisions. But the good news is then probably after July 7th, hopefully they'll be sending more offers out for later in the year, because I'm booked for February, And then I may do the YouTube after 40. I'm not 100% convinced because I think that the cruise with the retirement group from the same class that I took, the November cruise, might be something easier for me to do, but it's all the way in Asia. But when I was looking up this offer that I got, there were some Asia cruises available on Princess, but they're going on Holland. So I don't know if I can trade up, which would really be nice. Oh yeah, and I saw that you said that the casino should be open even though we're going to be sailing in the US, that in the evening that the casino should be open. I've never sailed like a US coastal cruise like that, so it'll be really interesting. Yeah, lots of offers in the first round, but I'm booked up to Star Princess to Alaska starting July 19th. That's going to be amazing. I've heard the Star Princess is really nice. Now, it's not going to be the same layout as the Enchanted Princess and the Majestic Princess. So that's why a lot of people were complaining, because it's the Star and the Sun were like the two new ships that Princess put out that were a little bit bigger and had a different layout than like their Royal class, which I actually really love the Royal class layout. And so a lot of people were like, we're confused. We don't know what we're doing. We don't know where we're going, because they moved a bunch of stuff around. But I looked at the Enchanted Princess and I noticed there's a few things that are different, like the International Cafe is in a little bit different area. It's actually taking up what on the Enchanted Princess was a seating area, which was a very much needed seating area and was full all of the time. But on the Majestic Princess, it's actually the International Cafe, because then there's a bar to the right of it. So I don't know. I'm curious to see how that's going to go. But I'm excited to get on board because I didn't really get a chance to check out the Enchanted Princess that much. And I really want to like explore the Majestic Princess and see what it's all about. But I do know that they still have a little bit more touches on the ship that were still geared to the Asian market. Like they didn't refurbish and take that away, because this ship actually did the Asian market. And so their restaurants and food and everything were very different than what they are in the American market. And oh, sorry, my cats are over here trying to eat each other again. These, oh, you can't see past my tray. Hold on. So those two will sit there and argue and fuss and fight all night long, because Malibu wants attention and Kevin just wants to eat him. Kevin's the black and white one. But Malibu's just a baby. He's did he just turned 2 years old. Well, hey, Anissa, nice to see you. Thank you for popping in on your Between Here and Next. Girl, and I still, like, I can't come up with a title for that video, like that. I need to check on it, because I was keeping tabs to see how many views you were getting. And also, don't be discouraged, because that week when everybody was releasing videos, like last week, everybody's videos were down. Like everyone was moaning and groaning about how their views were just in the toilet. I put out my video about oh, what video was it? Hold on. I'm so bad, like I don't even remember. How do I not remember what video I put out last week that just didn't go anywhere at all or do anything? So I had my live stream and that did okay. Oh, I did the one about Santorini and I was like all pumped. Oh, I've got this great title about how Santorini is the worst cruise port ever and you need to skip it. And I had a great thumbnail and had this beautiful dress on and a great background, and it just fell flat. Because honestly, like I think we debated it kind of last week on my live stream about why I didn't like Santorini. Oh no, I did. I might have said something about it, but last week was the bigger, better bonuses on um, the Ultimate Fire link. So I gave up on the video. As soon as my swollen face and lips go down, I'll record it again. Yeah, because I think like you have a gold mine with that story, but I just think you're not expressing it right on the thumbnail or the title. And I think you kind of have to go full in dramatic. Oh, you love the video about Santorini? Well, thank you very much. See you, DC. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I thought I liked the video, but again, it's not up to me on whether my videos do good for audiences. I thought it was kind of a bummer that it just fell flat, but honestly, I think it was just all of YouTube. Everything was just kind of down. 'Cause there's so many people just kind of moaning and groaning. That's the word, that views were down. But I was glad to see that my room tour, like just all of a sudden on Monday, just took off, which is great. Because as I'm building my YouTube channel, the longer I go, the kind of like there's a minimum view threshold that you're really trying to see and trying to step it up each time as you go. And my Santorini was like terrible. It was like I put it out 6 months ago when I first started my channel. Well, it's been a little over a year, but you get what I mean. Oh, and there's Kevin. Kevin in all his 22-pound glory. Yeah, it was crazy. And talking about swollen face and lips, girl, I think I'm gonna have to do an elimination diet again for food allergies because I ate something last night that gave me hives. And luckily I didn't have like any anaphylactic reaction, but I started itching, and it's just like when you get bit by a mosquito bite, but it's just like all over. You get those like really raised, swollen like lumps. And I'm like, what did I eat? I don't know. I made myself chili. It was the most random thing. Does anybody have any questions about the princess offers or any cruising or anything in general? Um, because you guys have gone quiet on me today, and after being on with Vicky for so long, my brain has kind of gone to mush. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos about Ultimate Firelink and just kind of scoping out games. I saw the Willy Wonka game being played, and that was kind of cool because they did uh, use like licensed material from the actual movie, like the movie from like my childhood. So it was Gene Wilder and like all the original characters, and the guy who was playing it apparently did not uh know Willy Wonka, the original one, because he was like, oh, look at that little boy. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 that's actually a girl. Yeah, so he didn't really know what all the things were about, like the, blowing up like the blueberry and all of that good stuff. Lots of teen things on Princess. No. Princesses, they do have some stuff. They do have a kids club, but there are usually not a lot of children on Princess if you're outside of the Caribbean. I would say on our European cruise, there was maybe 15, 20 kids on the whole cruise. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun with your kid, because there's plenty of like music and dancing. There were a lot of kids getting out there dancing with their parents in the piazza, and they were having a lot of fun. Yeah, mine is mush too, right, Vicky? Uh, yep, say Jennifer saying hi to Anissa. Let's see. Oh yeah, thank you, Mickey. Hi, Mickey. Nice to see you. I know I run into you here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, just make sure you hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know that, oh, that's fireworks. Hold on, I guess I got to do one thumbs up. Well, you know what? That's probably all the fireworks I'm going to see for 4th of July. So yeah, so do thumbs up. There we go. To let YouTube know that you like the video. Well, thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate the compliment, because I was kind of pretty heartbroken when I saw that it only got like 100 views, because it's really like a really pretty big blow when you're like, after a year or whatever, and all I get is 100 views. Like, what the heck? Not a princess, but we have not cruised on Royal yet. Are there any specific tips for Royal gambling? Yes. So just be prepared that Royal's way that they choose what marketing offers you're going to get after you get off the cruise is all over the map right now. What I would say is it's also an more expensive program. It's $5 per point and not $2 per point like Princess. But I would definitely low and slow. Take your time, spend a good amount of time each time that you're in the casino and, just play. So like say for instance, if you allocate yourself $100 per day of the cruise, so $700. I wouldn't just go in the casino with $100 each day and play till you're done. I would go in and start on all your bankroll and keep playing until you're done for the day. At least I'd say probably 2 to 3 hours a day, maybe 4 if you can eke it out, and just keep recycling and recycling and I would say like if you're just going to go in and play for 30 minutes and that's all you're going to do for the day, I would skip it and save it for another day where you can do a much longer session through the whole day. Also, too, it used to be a minimum of $200 to get into their after cruise casino marketing program, and that's not the case anymore. It's still written in the rules, but that doesn't mean that that is the rule anymore. So, try and shoot for, I don't know, 400 is going to get you like the lowest bottom of the barrel offers. I would try for a couple thousand points. And also too, like the first thing you do when you get on a royal ship is you go to the casino hostess and you check out the flyer and see what it takes to get you an instant cruise certificate, or a certificate with putting down a $200 next cruise deposit. So you can get it a couple different ways. And you know what I would recommend, Lon, because the rules really haven't changed that much, except the way they're kind of valuing your play on the cruise and gifting you the marketing offers after. I have a video called, let me see, it's something about 5 ways. It's called Earn Free Cruises, 5 ways to use casino rewards on Royal Caribbean. And I go step by step from getting the base points to get in the marketing program, and then getting the base points to get a certificate with a next cruise deposit. And then I talk about, well, what does the next cruise deposit mean? And then I go to the next step of, oh, well, I got enough points to get an instant cruise certificate. What do I get for that? And then, oh, well, if I look in the bonus column, I actually get something for a bonus if I put money down on a next cruise. So I go through like how all of those options for Royal Caribbean stack on each other, but I would just ignore the part about the minimum points. I'd say to even start getting offers, after cruise marketing offers, 400 points, and at that right now everybody's only seeing like the West Coast, like the 3 and 4 night, a couple 3 and 4 night Caribbean, and then the 5 and 7 night West Coast. Also, the quality of the offer you're going to get will be dependent on the length of cruise. So if you go on a 3 night cruise and you get, say, 1,000 points and you're expecting to start getting offers for 7 night cruises, going to be very few and far between. Also, check out Sea Days and Sunsets is a good YouTube channel that I can recommend. He goes through the offers each month as they come out. Now, these are the offers that you get a certain point level in the casino, say 1,000 points or 2,000 points, and then he actually pulls up the QR code. There's a QR code on it, and it will tell you what sailings are available for each level. So it's very transparent. And they've actually just revamped their website where you can actually book your offers on the website. Now, I think the instant certificate, I don't know if you can book that on the website, or it might be best to book that while you're on your current cruise and deal with the $200 next cruise thing. So it is the program is a lot, but it is pretty darn transparent, except kind of that like how they're ranking people now. So just be prepared to put a good bit amount of money. And I wouldn't split you and Glenda. I would start with one person gambling and put all your money into that first. Now, getting to Prime, which is 2,500 points, which is $5 times 2,500 points. A lot of people do that, but I don't remember seeing you two drink. So I know that comes with like free drinks for, for the year that you're Prime. And into the next year, it comes with one annual free cruise. Uh, and I think like a small discount on Wi-Fi. So it's not like the best of the best reward, but if you did earn 2,500 points, actually you'd probably just want to go ahead and go to get 3,000 on one cruise to get that next level that I think it gets you a balcony cabin on Royal Caribbean. I'd have to look, but if you Google the rack up the rewards flyer, you may end up finding someone who has a very current version of it. Now, it does vary ship to ship depending on the length of the sailing. So those are the tips that I have for Royal Caribbean, because I can talk about that all day long. Even though I don't know if I'm going to be sailing them again. Does the longer play increase odds of getting more points? Well, yes, if because if you're playing longer, then you're running more money through the machine. And also too, well, I guess the thing is like if you did $100 and you did $5 a bet versus like $100 at $100 per bet, right? You're getting 5 times the spins at $1 versus $5, and that's 5 times more chances to win money and 5 times more chances to get bonuses. So I know, especially like on Ultimate Firelink, you need to be spinning at least 50 to 100 times before you really start hitting really good bonuses. So yeah, I mean, the longer that you're playing, the better your odds are that you're gonna be winning something. Sorry, my cat is knocking stuff over in the background. You can't hear him, but I can hear him. He's gonna be in so much trouble when I'm done. And Terry is sharing her channel, Caring for Others and Me, so make sure you check her out. So how do you send sparkles? You have to pay for those. They're down like you hit the money button or like the gift button down at the bottom, and that's how you send them. So sometimes, like right now, I think I have one of my channels, I have some free sparkles I can give away or some free gems, but they're basically like a way to kind of do like a super chat or super thanks, but only do it like at a micro level, like a couple of cents. Good evening, See Me Traveling. Huh. Good evening. Nice to meet you, and thank you for jumping over here. And yeah, I love casino deals. I'm an accountant by trade, so I deal with money all day long. I spend lots of money every year, sadly. I mean, it's not my money, so I guess that's a good thing that I don't spend all of my money. But I love saving money. I don't know. It's like an endorphin rush. Awesome. Great info. We'll check out your video. Thanks a bunch. Being retired, we normally sell 7 days or more. Yeah. So that's what I loved about the princess offers was a lot of them were 12, 13, 15. You saw the one I showed was 33 days. So it's really great. Where Royal's offers are going to be much more limited. And the downside of Royal too is that most of the cruising you're going to do on Royal is going to be very family heavy. Now they've got some fantastic ships. I loved the layout of the Icon of the Seas. I loved the layout of the Wonder of the Seas. I was not a fan of the Freedom because it was overcrowded. And the elevator bays were walkways instead of a nice quiet place. You go to push a button and get on an elevator like they were on Princess. The Freedom of the Seas was quite infuriating for me. It was tough. It was so overcrowded. It was not even funny. But they've got some great ships. Now, on the last live that I did with Vicky at Foodie's Vacation, we were talking about if you want European offers or other offers for Royal Caribbean that are not just Caribbean sailings, you actually need to go get on a cruise on Royal Caribbean in those other places. So Linnell was on the Legend of the Seas, I think it was, and she was sailing Europe, kind of doing a similar itinerary that we did. And she showed on her video, she showed the sailings they were offering if you got like certain levels of points on that Royal Caribbean that was over in Europe. So they did have them available but you'd have to sail over there before you would get them. So I thought that was interesting because I didn't even know that because I've only sailed in the Caribbean. Um, and also too, you can use your offers that you get from Royal Caribbean to match. I matched with Virgin. You can use your Princess offers to match with Virgin, Holland America, MSC. So you can take, like, say if you got, like I've got these offers that I just got for like a 33-day interior cabin from Princess. If I take that offer, like I could go to Holland America and say, see what they gave me, like what can I have from you? Because I've never sailed Holland before. Now Virgin, I've already done a match from Royal Caribbean. I had an offer there that I took to Royal Caribbean's or to Virgin's website and matched. So I don't know if they would give me another match, but I'm willing to try because I really did love Virgin. Their food is fantastic. Well, hey, Chris, thanks for coming in. We're talking cruising and comps as usual, as we love to talk, and you can't see me waving at you like a fool, even though you're driving and listening. Yeah, so those what they definitely. Oh, and check out Chris's website, Cruising on Comps, because he has a lot of great information. Like he's put all of this together about match offers and what you need. And he also just released a book today. He's got a PDF on his website for $7.77 that tells you all you need to know about earning comp offers and playing in the casino on Carnival Cruise Lines. So as soon as I'm finished with this live, I'm going to actually go over there and purchase that because I'm on a cruise with them in February and I really want to know what I'm doing before I step on board, because Carnival is not as transparent as Royal Caribbean, which is the most transparent out of all the casino programs. I would say that Virgin actually, I, I, I don't know, like Virgin had a listing of like tier levels for casino status. They would tell you how much it costs in points wise to get an interior cabin, but they didn't disclose anything past that. And they really didn't. I don't know how you see what you get to choose from when you get a free cabin. Now, Princess, they had a little bit of information, but they don't disclose like their tier levels. Carnival doesn't disclose. You may end up finding out what they are, but they don't disclose like how many points you need in a program year. Is there a program year? You know what I mean? Like all of that good stuff. We just don't know like all of some of this basic information. And apparently I'm a Princess Hearts level, which I'm guessing is just the base because I only have 3,000 points. Hey, Carol, nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, Carol was the person I was heavily debating Santorini with. And I think, when you go on cruise excursions, it's really going to depend on the personality and the person and your physical ability. And I think sometimes people forget when they're recommending places that everybody's physical ability is a different level. And I really struggle with Santorini. Some of it is fear because I've been overweight for quite a while. And even though I've lost 65 pounds, or excuse me, 64 pounds, don't want to give myself an extra pound of weight loss. It still is a really big struggle because I'm still 100 pounds overweight. So I think that if people look at it through a lens of that, like what if they were having to carry a 70-pound child all around with them everywhere they went when they were trying to do someplace like Santorini and trying to walk up the hills and the steps and try to get to all of these places in the heat and the crowds. But I don't know. I just didn't want to come out of pocket a couple $100 to use one of the shore excursions that were offered by the cruise line. And I felt that the shore excursions were just absolute highway robbery. Just crazy, crazy prices. And maybe I would have enjoyed myself. Now, what's funny is like Jennifer did her Santorini video, Jennifer from Cruiseaholics Anonymous, but she had a very different experience too, because they took them to a different dock when they did the people with the excursions. I went to a different port. on Santorini. Like I got dropped off at Fira, and then I took a boat to Ia or Oya. I can't remember how you pronounce it, but that was all like really steep, hilly. And Fira is where the cable car is, where Jennifer said they just got off on a flat dock and walked to a bus, which would have been a joy. So they didn't have all of the hills and stuff to deal with. Oh, way to go on weight loss. I'm finally down 7 pounds. Hey, 7 pounds is 7 pounds. Let me tell you, it makes a big difference. Yeah, I've still got a lot to go. I think so. What, like 117 pounds, maybe. I'm getting there slowly. But yeah, I'm really working on it. And speaking of that, somewhere in here, like in the chat, like if you're interested in my weight loss journey, I have another YouTube channel. I go live 7 p.m. No, 6 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, and we have a good chat. And then I'm also always throughout the week releasing weight loss content about taking the injections because I take Zepbound, and it has really been a godsend. So I talk all about that and new medications coming up, and you know what to expect if you have side effects and how to deal with them and how long they should last and all that good stuff. But yeah, congratulations. 7 pounds is 7 pounds. Because let me tell you, when I wasn't taking Zepbound, I couldn't lose 7 pounds to save my life. And actually, funny enough, I 2 years ago, I went to the doctor and he's like, you have to have your gallbladder out, but you are too heavy. You're beyond my weight limit, and I can't operate on you because my insurance won't allow it, and I don't feel it's safe. And I'm like, oh, well, so what am I supposed to do with my gallbladder? Like, what if I have a life-threatening emergency? And he's like, well, then we have to deal with it then. And so it took me a whole nother year of sitting on my butt trying to lose weight and not getting anywhere before I started Zepbound. And then when I started Zepbound, I was finally able to start losing weight. So I was doing the same thing for a year, eating the same diet, and didn't get anywhere until I started taking the Zepbound. And then my body's like, oh, hey, I guess we can let go of all this extra fat that we don't need because you're eating in a calorie deficit. It's crazy. Oh, and so Anissa just shared her retirement channel between here and next. So make sure you check out her new channel. She's just getting started over there. She's got a lot of great videos. She's getting ready to retire from teaching. So I'm super excited for her. Oh, so you got a free cruise too. John, Hector, and Juan stuff you in the trunk of their 67 Impala and drove up and down Main Street blasting Tejana music full. Well, that is cruising, right? Because back in my day, we cruised the boulevard. I worked on the Burger King and the boulevard, and it was the place to work. Because a lot of people would come hang out in the parking lot on Friday nights. So I got to see all my friends while I was working on a Burger King in the parking lot. Oh, wow. The cable car was fun and the line was not too long, but September was a great time. Congrats on the weight loss. Yeah, I was really lucky going down. The cable car line was not long, but if you're thinking about somebody with limited mobility or knee issues, it was a good amount of steps getting down to the car and then once you got off the car, getting down all of those steps. And I didn't see anywhere that I don't, and I didn't think to videotape it, and I should have. Listen to me, how old I am videotaping stuff. I didn't think to record it on my phone. But yeah, I should have done that so other people know. Where is this cable car? This cable car is in Fira, Fira, and it goes up and down from the bottom. It's about a 750-foot height elevation change. So you have the choice of either walking up 580 steps or you can take the cable car. Oh, the Santorini, yes. So yeah, Santorini's the island and then it's got little towns. Chris, if you're on here, should I share the coupon code? I'll be happy to share it. And I don't think I have a moderator on here, but I can share your link. Yeah, I don't think I've lost 7 pounds in 2026. It's tough. You know, I have to think about that. I wonder, have I lost 7 pounds in 2026? Maybe, maybe barely, because I've gotten stuck for so long. I just had to go up on my medication twice. Um, and yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, the cable car is how you get up to the island. Yeah, they drop you off at a dock that's down at water level, and then to get up, you gotta go up the cable car. Unless you take a boat to the other side, like you take it to one of the other cities. Yes, I can. Okay, so if you want a discount on cruising, let me see if I can find his link. It's like right on his website. Uh, there's a blue button that says buy my book. So cruisingoncomps.com. I think yeah. So I don't know if you can copy that, but if you want to check out his link, it's cruisingoncomps.com, and the code is foodie5 if you want to save $2.77 and buy it for $5 instead of $7.55 or 70. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget whatever I said. If you would like a discount to get the book for $5 and $7.77, type in the code foodie5 on Chris's website, cruisingoncomps.com, and it's all about not Royal Caribbean. It's the step-by-step playbook to hacking the Carnival's Players Club. And I'm going to be purchasing it as soon as I get off the live stream because I'm going on Carnival in February. And while it may not be maybe my ideal cruise line, I think it's going to be good to have it in my back pocket. So that's what I'm going to be going on the cruise for. So yeah, so Foodie5, FOODIE5, and that is a nod to Vicky over here with her 777s. So it is $7.77 without it, and it's $5 with the code. Oh, Mickey, I'm sorry that you forgot to use the code. I know you were on the last live stream. Yeah, but definitely check out his website. He's got a lot of great information on the cruising and the match programs and the comp programs. He's got an app. He's got calculators, tips and tricks, and all that good stuff. And he has a fabulous YouTube channel. So don't forget to check out his YouTube channel. If he has the wherewithal to type #cruise in the comments section, then you will see that. So yeah, everybody get ready, type #cruise if you got a YouTube channel you want to share in the comments now. Oh, I had to have help to lose 7 pounds, was over 300 April 2026. Yeah, I was too. I started January 1st, 2025 at 304 pounds, my all-time high weight, and I had enough and I couldn't take it anymore. And I had to lose weight. So it was kind of like my last ditch effort, last resort. I had a couple friends who were taking it and having really good results. So I was really pleased to take it. Oh, so Mickey's Adventures is sharing her channel. So make sure you check out Mickey's channel. And hey, Kurt, no worries. It's going to be up on the channel. Yeah. So Kurt, if you missed the Vicky's live today on Foodie's Vacations. So Vicky goes live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. on Foodie's Vacations. And then 5 p.m. Sorry, 5:30 on, no, Amy, brain. 5 p.m. on Tuesdays. And so we do an hour and then have a little break. No, 5:30 to 6:30 on Tuesdays. Wow, get it straight. 5:30 to 6:30 on Tuesdays and 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Fridays. Vicky, help. It is Thursdays, right? That you go right before me on it. Yes, it's because you go right before me on both days. So I ended up planning, like, we didn't know each other when I started doing Amy Loses It in the beginning, but when I started this live stream, I made sure that it was after you. Okay, there we go. Cruising on Comps has shared his link to his YouTube channel, and I'm on Zepbound, also 30 pounds down since mid-April. Holy bejesus! That's amazing. A lot of people can be super responders. There's a couple people that I watch on YouTube that are losing 2, 3, 4 pounds a week. One of my friends, when she first started, was losing over 3 pounds a week. Now she's kind of really slowed down now that she's got almost 100 pounds off of her. But you know, they were kind of on it for life at this point until they develop something else or develop a cure for the disease of obesity. So, but it is really great. Yeah, that is great, Chris. That's pretty amazing. Thank you, Vicky. Oh my, I told you my brain is fried. Today was like the craziest busy day. I think I only had 4 ounces of water and 2 chicken tenders by the time I got to my 2:30 p.m. finance meeting. And I don't think I never ended up eating lunch. I never ended up eating breakfast. It was crazy. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Tuesdays, 5:30, and then Thursdays at 5, because I go live at 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6. So she's right before me on both days. Yeah, cruising on comps. That is awesome. Isn't it awesome? That's, yeah, right? Right? Anissa, could you imagine if we lost 32 pounds since April? Have I lost any weight since April? 2 pounds, 2 pounds. I'm trying. I'm just trying. Oh, yeah, that's great, Chris. Just checked out Cruising on Comp's website. Very nice. We'll spend some time checking it out. Not super excited about Carnival, but your website looks pretty extensive across cruise lines. Yeah, so check it out for the other lines. Yeah, I'm not really that thrilled about Carnival, but you know what? I'm going on a cruise with a bunch of friends with the match game crew. So Controversial Cruising, Carnival Cruise Addicts, and Cruise Life TV. So they're running an unhinged cruise that if you want to hear about it, go on Foodie's Vacations Live and she'll tell you all about it. It took me a year to get down to this size. Yeah, it takes a while, but you know, and I've even been like, I micromanage my food, and I ended up taking about a 6-week break from tracking food because I thought I was feeling like I was in a food prison, because I went from having severe food noise to then tracking my food for a year and a half, and I was burnt out, just burnt to the ground with it. But I started tracking this week because I really have a goal to be 199 pounds by January 23rd for a wedding. And it's not because I'm trying to impress anybody. It's because I want to feel really good about myself, and I want that weight off to be able to do the things I know that I'm going to be doing while I'm at that wedding in Florida. So yeah, I think it's all just that bound in the treadmill. Oh yeah. Well, how many steps do I have today? Yes, 2 days ago, or no, last week, I think it was like, when I was doing my live last Thursday, it was like 500 steps. Oh, it still says 0. I know I've done a couple hundred because I went downstairs. Uh, I just don't think it was connected. I don't think my Bluetooth is on. So it says 0. I know, which is impossible. I've had this on all day. Yeah. Carnival Cruise Addicts, Cruise Life TV, and Controversial Cruising. They're doing the unhinged cruise. Carnival on XL, not bad at all. It's a great class of ship. And that's what I'm going on. I'm going on the Celebration. So it should be a lot of fun. My son and I hooked on Kevin's sous vide foods. Yes, yes, he's eating Hawaiian chicken now. Did you see the members only videos I put out? I think I had like the coconut one that I made a couple meals out of. I absolutely love them. And I had, what did I have? The roasted garlic one this week. And I love like steaming up some broccoli or string beans or green beans, and sometimes like little baby potatoes, and mixing it in with that because it's got a great sauce. What else? Yeah, I think that's what I had this week. I think people have a negative view of Carnival because of the bad press. Some of it, for me, it's just I'm not looking to go on a cruise that is really vibrant and really boisterous and has a lot of children. And it's kind of like Royal Caribbean too. It's a very like vibrant cruise, and like when I'm going on a cruise, I want to go to relax. And so that's why I like Princess. But Princess does have a lot of fun in the piazza. That it's a really great vibe. But we'll also get to see for ourselves in February. Yeah. Vicky, the news had me scared to go on Carnival the fighting. Well, you know what? I was on a Royal Caribbean cruise where there was a fight so bad we had to go back because somebody needed the hospital. So it can be either or. And actually, so Wonder of the Seas, that was kind of a like a really one-off that we had that fight that where we had to go back. But the Freedom of the Seas was obnoxious because it was over a weekend. So I did a 9-night, I did a 5-day during the week, and then I did the 4-night over the weekend. And the weekend cruise was so obnoxious, so loud. Um, just children, people everywhere, people walking around with personal speakers, having them on full blast, just walking, cruising up and down the halls. Just, it was, yeah. Yeah, that's why I bought them. I saw your video. Oh, okay, good. I love my Kevin's meals. There was fighting on the Icon the first year it sailed. Yeah, like it's crazy. Look, you never know when there's going to be a fight, but I think yeah, I think that Carnival definitely has a reputation of being really rowdy, but again, it's just the media hype. You never really know. Um, it's like when I went to South Africa, so much of my family's like, "Oh my God, you're going to Africa? I can't believe you're going to Africa. Why are you going to Africa?" And I'm like, "Because I want to go to Africa. I want to go to South Africa and see it." And it was beautiful. But people sometimes just can't get past what they think places are. There are plenty of places you'll be able to find that are quiet. Yeah, I hope so. It should be fun. But with me and Vicky and our ADHD, we're going to be bouncing off the walls. So I'm sorry your freedom experience was bad. You saw my vlog. I didn't have a problem at all. I think it was just my sailing was so overcrowded. It was crazy. And because I don't know if it was because I was at the end of the ship where they closed the actual walkway to do photos every day that then pushed the people who were walking through to get the promenade into the elevator banks. Like that was really one of my biggest peeves was I couldn't stand and get an elevator without being run over by people. And a lot of times I'd miss the elevator because so many people would be walking by that the door would open and I couldn't get to the elevators. So it was crazy. Yeah, I stopped cruising Carnival because of my own experiences. People should always try things for themselves instead of paying so much attention to the media. Absolutely. Because so many people are afraid to go on Virgin. I can't remember whose live it was that we were talking about Virgin, and everybody's like, I'm not going to go on that cruise. That's just wild and crazy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not wild and crazy. They do have a really big pool party one night. They do have a little bit of dancing and stuff that night in the atrium. And they have a pajama party, but it's all like pretty darn well contained. Like you can go to other spots on the ship and not hear a peep. Yeah, I mean, I sat up in the galley most of the time because it really had the best view and the most comfortable seating that I could find, had really great Wi-Fi, and whenever it was not mealtime, it was there, you can hear a pin drop. It was so quiet up there. Freedom is royal. Yep. Free. And so any of the ships that say of the seas are Royal Caribbeans. So like Freedom and Legend and Vision and Wonder and Icon of the Seas and Star and Harmony, Symphony, all of those with the of the seas. Those are all Royal Caribbean. Carnival usually has like Carnival Magic, Carnival Celebration, Carnival Festival, which is coming out. And then Princess always does like Majestic Princess and the Enchanted Princess. So they always put their name in the name of the ship. And then Virgin has like lady ships. So she's got like Valiant Lady, Resilient Lady, Brilliant Lady, Scarlet Lady. So those are her 4 ships. Yeah, I love the galley. The galley was great. I do wish they had more variety and like the self-serve food that they had, like the takeaway boxes, because I loved just grabbing a salad and grabbing some snacks out of there, but there wasn't variety. It would have been nice if there were variety. Oh, well, Theron, thanks for coming in. Yeah, make sure you check out the replay. It'll post as soon as this is over. There's also a Carnival Freedom. It's a bit confusing. Oh, yeah, but people usually always say Carnival Freedom and versus like the Freedom of the Seas. Yeah, Freedom of the Seas was just not, I don't know. And I also really struggled with the smoking because for some reason it was just so bad. And I also got so sick. I got so sick on that ship. I got a gastrointestinal virus and then I also got pneumonia all at the same time. So I was just dying. I went on the Mardi Gras last June or in June last year, and it was much different vibe than you'd find on a shorter Carnival cruise. Even with a ton of kids, it was still a chill vibe. Oh, that's good to know. I think the Mardi Gras, does that go out of New Orleans? I think they put it out of New Orleans, which I've never done. Getting ready to do New York in October for the first time, but they have not told us what berth or what terminal it's going to be at yet, whether it's going to be Brooklyn or whether it's going to be Manhattan. So I'll have to see. I think it's going to be fabulous sailing out of New York City. It's going to be late October, so it is going to be chilly, but I still think it's going to be fantastic. So, oh, Mardi Gras in Orlando. Okay, cool. So out of Port Canaveral. Yeah, actually, have I sailed out of Port Canaveral? I have not. I've only sailed out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Did I do? I don't know. I think I did the Port of Los Angeles. I can't remember if I did the Port of Los Angeles or if I did Long Beach. I've done San Francisco and Rome. I think that's all I've sailed out of. So I haven't done a lot of, oh, Galveston. I did do Galveston once. But again, like unless you live in Galveston, that's another hard one where it's an hour from the airport. So that can be a tough go trying to get there. Especially like if you're traveling alone and you got to pay like $100 for a taxi on your own. Because like when you come in the night before, you can't do cruise credit. You can't do cruise transfers. You'd have to stay near the airport, which maybe next time if I do Galveston at all, I'll stay near the airport so I can do the cruise transfer the next day. So, okay, well, all of you, I have kept you long enough. It is a little after an hour of a live streaming. And I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Remember that the live stream chat will show up between 12 and 24 hours after the live stream ends. And yeah, that's it. So thank you for coming in. If you have any further questions, just leave them in the comments of the video after it posts. And I hope to see you all back here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. And I'm sure I'm going to see a ton of you on Vicky's live stream tomorrow. So thank you all for stopping in. And thank you so much. Good night, Anissa. Good night, Mickey. Good night, Candace. Yay, you got to stay for the whole live. Yeah, and check out Candace's channel, Bearing It All with Candace. She has a great budgeting channel. So make sure you check out her and check out Lon and Glenda over at Trippin' Over 60. They have another great cruise channel over there. And you'll get to see the ship I sailed on because they got footage of the giant leak we had. We had a pipe burst and we had 60 YouTubers on the cruise and like one person got it on camera. I think it was a port day that day. Oh, was it Santorini that day? Maybe it was Santorini and none of us were thinking about it because we were all having to do the tender. But yeah, there was just literally water pouring out of the crooner bar, pouring all down the over the railing, down the stairs, all over the floor and the piazza. But they did a fantastic job of containing the water. They really, really did a fantastic job of cleanup and nobody getting injured from slipping and falling on the water, but it damaged all of the carpet on one side of the ship. They were having to replace that. They had to close that whole side of it, the crooner bar for the rest of the cruise. We didn't get to use it at all because it was just so bad. I mean, it was bad. It was like flood, just an absolute flood, just water like pouring out of a wall. It was crazy. So, okay, well, thank you so much all. Have a fabulous evening, and I'll see you again next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Bye-bye.
Move if you see KMK, find her on a cruise.